Hi, everybody. Welcome to August. Welcome to a completely different energy. Welcome to a completely different month. August is an awakener. It's an awakening month because right from the get go, right from the start of the month, right from the midnight of 31st of July or the early hours of 1st of August, we have a new start, an intention, a new energy infused towards us coming from the positive sign of Leo. The new moon in Leo, which is happening in the early hours of 1st of August, is infusing a fresh energy. It's giving us the confidence, the vibe that is required to come out of a season of feeling the feels, of feeling the emotions, to now forming our identity, to now giving space, giving stage to our ambition, giving stage to joy, giving stage to our playful self, giving stage to party vibe, giving stage to all the things that we want to highlight and show, which we are confident about. This is the season which empowers us to show our individuality, to not hide behind anything anymore, come out boldly with our gifts and display it with all the showmanship we have got. This is the season of flair. It's the season of dare. It's the season of prompting our inner self to display what we want the world to see. This is where it all happens with a little bit of a surprise, with a little bit of rebellion energy, with a little bit of breaking away from the norm. Because Uranus, the awakener, is getting activated right from the start of this month. Uranus will be very strong in the first 11-12 days or the first half of the month. And it's all about radical, spontaneous changes. It's about expressing our individuality, coming out of a stagnant situation, not accepting the same anymore, moving out of any situation which is stagnant, moving beyond convention, beyond rules, beyond establishment, beyond the hindrances that have been blocking us. This becomes the time when we have two important energies in play in the first half of the month. One is of surprise, where we surprise ourselves by sort of acting with boldness, acting with radical confidence, acting with the vibe that we were missing earlier to pull out of a stagnant situation, which was blocking our expression. Our fear to change, our fear of being spontaneous, our fear of radical steps is taken away. And it can come out in a little bit of erratic fashion because it's not the easy energy, but it is something that is required to move out of the old vibe, move out of the stagnancy. This is the awakening. And the second energy, which is rife in the first half of the month, which is what we have been asking for, is Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is finally going direct. All of this happens around 11th of August, but we start feeling it right from the new moon of 31st midnight of 1st of August. Jupiter going direct frees up all the things that were held up for the last 4 months. Starting from around 14th or 15th of April, when Jupiter went retrograde, and our external support system to some extent took a backseat. Our blessings took a backseat to some extent. Because it was the period of growing the opportunities in the right direction, re-evaluating them, re-evaluating if we are going in the right direction. Now with Jupiter going direct, the gains, the growth, the personal and professional growth now starts manifesting in material world. You see the support coming through. You see the external influences now working in unison with you. You see the gifts that were held back, that were sort of taken back to some extent, or the steps which we had to take back after moving forward. Now we see the forward movement again. We are not going to stand still in the month of August. This is not the month to stand still because we have both Sun and Mars in Leo. These are the planets of ambition and action, and they are in the best possible sign. So our ambition and drive is at its best in the month of August, especially in the first 18 days of the month. So it's the month to take risks. It's the month to take initiatives. It's the month when our confidence, our self love, our enthusiasm, our cheer is going to be at a high. We will attract all the attention on ourselves, on our talents, on our creativity, and we love it because we have been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting for ambition to take stage, and our ambition takes stage when Sun is in Leo and we have a new moon, and Jupiter throws its blessings unblocked towards all of these, towards our talents, towards our playfulness, towards our party vibe, towards our expression, towards our ambition, towards our own identity. It expands our identity, it expands our ambition, it expands our confidence to go after the things that were held back for such a long time. And this is such a gift to come after the heavy eclipse season, because we are working and have been working over the course of last couple of months to get rid of the karmic things that are holding us back. Now becomes the time to move forward. It becomes the time to write the story forward. It becomes the time to sort of bear the fruits, because in the season of Leo, in the summer season, in the northern hemisphere, the flowers, the fruits of the season, the blossoming of the fruits and the flowers happens in this time. We shine in this season. We shine proudly. We enjoy our gifts. We express ourselves fully and generously. And to some extent, grandly. Everything is big. Everything is big. Everything is with a flair, with a dare, with a pomp to some extent, because it's all part of the performance that comes with Leo. It comes with the confidence, it comes with the faith on our future, which Jupiter is giving us. And at the same time, Uranus is saying no more, we cannot stay with the old stagnant energy anymore. So if there are things that were stuck, if there are things that we were holding back in saying or doing, we are sort of woken up from that moment and prompted to act. And right from the get-go, at the start of the month, you'll see the shift happen, because right from the start of the month, around from 30th of July all the way to 2nd or 3rd of August, Uranus is making aspects to Sun and Venus. So we'll feel that right from the start of the month. And then around 16th or 17th of August, we might receive some different communication as a result of the changes we have done. So these are sort of the surprise days of this month. 30th of July, 2nd of August, 16th of August. These are surprise days. Then we have the growth days, the days on which we start seeing the forward movement on the things that were held back since around 14th of April or at the start of this year. That is happening around 7th or 8th of August. And then yet again on 21st of August, we might receive some concrete communication in that direction. Because in the season of Leo, Leo is a fixed sign, a fixed fire sign. We consistently work with all our dare, all our power, all our energy in a singular direction and move things. So the things will be finalized. The things will be fixed. The things will be sort of put to paper. Because Mercury, the planet of communication, is also going direct right from the get-go, right from the start of the month. On 31st of July, right when we have this new moon, or the 1st of August, right at that moment, a few minutes before or after, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, going direct as well, which means that we have a rebirth of our mind, a rebirth and a restart of communication, unblocking of the communication. Things were not coming back to us. People were not calling back. People were not communicating clearly. We were rethinking things. All of that forward movement starts. Give it 2 or 3 days from the start of the month, because it takes time for the planet of communication to gain speed. But from around 6th or 7th of August, you'll start seeing all of this pan out in a physical fashion. But you'll start feeling the restlessness, if I can say that, right from the start of the month, because you feel this impending change coming your way. You see that you want to set free. You would want to Get out of anything that is holding you back, which is causing stagnancy in your life right now. There is a need for freedom. There's a need to get out of boredom, get out of any kind of confinement that you will feel right from the start of the month. There is excitement there. There is stirring up the boring and stale things because we want things quick now. We can see things can shift now. So once you see things can shift now and your planet of communication is going direct, you're like your mind is speeding up slowly from the start of the month and you'll want to do things quick and fast. And at the same time, you want to do it because you want to heal your individuality. You want to heal the things that your I am wants. You want to heal your individuality in the sense you want to show your individuality to the world. You are a unique being, and in the season of Leo, we want to show our unique being to everybody. The passion, the self expression, the playfulness, the romance, the proud, it's all enhanced in the season of Leo. And this new moon, which is happening on 31st of July or 1st of August, is happening at 8 degree 37 minutes of Leo. This is where we straddle a wall. We straddle two ways of doing things. The 8 degree of Leo is all about being the rebel, being the person who wants to do things quickly, break things, get out of a situation. You know, the be quick and break things, the Mark Zuckerberg motto sort of. I mean, it's like in some Samian astrology, it is shown as a communist activist who's spreading his revolutionary ideals because he wants people to get out of the administrative hindrances. He wants people to get to some extent even riled up because he wants people to break through. But at the same time, it is also the other side of it is 9 degree of Leo. So we're straddling the 8 and 9 degree of Leo. The other side, the other wall that we're straddling is of a dedicated, creative person. 9 degree of Leo is shown as a glass blower who shapes beautifully a vase with a controlled breathing. We're using our whole being, our whole energy in a creative process to generate something of significance and beauty. So we are dedicated about what we are creating. We have put in a lot of energy in that. There's a power of our spirit, a fire of your spirit, which you want to be displayed to the people. You deeply feel these emotions and now you want to put it into form. There's a creative intensity to it. But at the same time, while you are being masterful at your art, you want to have a dream of breaking through the glass ceiling as well. Because 8 degree of Leo is all about it wants to have a beautiful dream of classless society. So you might be trying to do things which people don't think you are equipped to do. People may think you are not there yet. You're not ready yet. So you would rebel against the people, the obsolete establishment, the youth revolutionary within you will revolt and fight against anybody who does not acknowledge your individual identity and does not think you can do it. There's a force of Shiva behind this degree. Rudyard described it as a social political controversy which is riling up in our heart. It is a little bit destructive in nature, a little bit chaotic in nature, but the chaos before is required to get a new order. So the chaos will come before the order. I'm warning you of that the chaos will come before the order. Because the Uranus starts acting way before the blessings of Jupiter comes. Way before, when I say that is a gap of 3 days. But with Uranus, it will feel like years. So starting from the start of the month all the way to 3rd or 4th of August, you'll feel Uranus playing with your mind, this restlessness playing with your mind, this revolutionary in your mind, this social political controversy which is driving you to chaos to some extent. It calls for a new power, it calls for a reorganization, this fight with obsolete establishment, this fight with anybody who does not accept your unique identity will come before you start getting the blessings. Because we are fighting something truly within ourselves here. The square with Uranus is not an external fight. It is a fight with ourselves. It is usually a fight where we have a personal issue. We have an internal issue which needs to be overcome. There is a stagnancy in our own way of doing things which is blocking our blessings normally. And that is highlighted or exaggerated at the start of the month because we want something new now. So, this sort of the push and pull that you feel at the start of the month, the practical result of this movement is external chaos to some extent, which calls for reorganization, which calls for a mega action. And you will see that play out in the political scene. We already see that play out in political scene. We will see revolutionary coming out more and more in the first half of the month as Uranus is activated. There will be a call for new power, a call for reorganization in United States, in Hong Kong, in Russia, in Puerto Rico. You will see all of these countries. You'll see that chaos before a new order come through. And as I said, the other side of it is to generate something significant and beautiful, a new creation. We are developing mastery in our craft independently, not under the influence of somebody. This is self-drive. This is inner confidence, not working per intimidation of anybody else. This is our own drive. When we are under the influence of Leo, we are the king. We act on our own impulses, on our own impetus. We are hammering away to perfection something that we believe in, holding our own in confrontation. We are straddling this overkill versus underkill wall that exists. That you have to be a creative, yes, but a creative with a cause in this case. So there is a emotional tugging of the heart which is required, which happens around 2nd of August to get you, if I can say, riled up, to move beyond, to showcase your talents without hiding, to hold your own in confrontation, to have the courage to fight for what you believe in, as well as the wisdom to focus on what's truly worthy of your attention. As I forget who said this quote, but it was said, one is nothing more than what one dares to be. And in the Leo season, that is exactly what we do. We dare to be who we want to be. The moral and the physical courage is exaggerated right at the start of the month to take a bold step. The passionate, impulsive energy, which lets you to engage other people in what you want to do as well, because it's not just you alone here. A king, even though decides on his own, because Leo is a significator of a king, a significator of the sun. Sun is one, king is one. But he does something where he gets people excited about a cause, gets people excited about what it wants to do. So that's something that you would do also, and the aspects encourage you to do that, and they support you to do that. They support you to get the external supports here, because you'll be able to get people excited like you feel excited about something. So if you feel excited about your cause, you feel excited about this new project, you feel excited about a new job, you feel excited about a new communication, you will get people in your game. You will get people to join you, especially around 6th or 7th of August. So the start is always you getting excited, even getting riled up to some extent, even getting too focused on one thing, because Leo is a fixed fire sign. It's like, you just are firing in one direction because you've decided that's where you want to go, and you're firing all guns in one direction. And when you do that, you get everybody excited about that one path. And that convincing, that support, that positivity of people coming together with you could happen around 7th of August. 7th August is like one of the best aspects that we can have in the next decade. It is one of the best aspects because Jupiter is in its own sign in Sagittarius, Sun is in its own sign, Leo, and they're both merging together in a positive aspect. It feels great. It's one of the best aspects of ease, of high spirits, of enthusiasm, of confidence, of good fortune, provided we act. We can influence people in a very bold fashion on 7th or 8th of August, even a day before or after. It's also a good time to take a journey. Take a journey of spiritual growth, of personal growth, because this is about you doing what you love. Leo is not about doing what other people think correct is the right. It's not about the social norm. It's about doing what brings you growth, what brings you financial gains, what brings you personal growth, what brings you spiritual growth. So, study, travel, broad outlook, whatever you need to do. But things that were blocked since April, you will slowly, not by not, start seeing them open up in the coming weeks, starting from around 7th of August. And the optimism and the love and the attraction and the dating and the social energy will also grow from 7th or 8th of August, because Venus is also getting a positive aspect from Jupiter on 8th of August. So it's a great romance day. It's a great personal day. It's a great time to travel, to take a holiday. That's what I'm doing. So it's a great day to do what you truly want to do, which makes you happy, which makes your soul fulfilled, which gets the creative juices flowing, which gets you to sort of put your beauty on stage. I mean, Venus and Leo is all about putting your beauty on stage, being bold about your talents, being bold about your God-gifted talents, and displaying them in a big fashion. And this will continue. This will continue over the course of this month, as Mercury will also it will become visible after 8th of August. So our communication becomes bold as well. It's moving into Leo from 11th of August. So this is us starting to feel the positivity at the start of the month, and then we start communicating it. We start discussing with people after 11th of August. We start communicating it. We start receiving the messages of it. So 21st of August is a very, very positive and a good news day from a communication perspective. Things that were held back, now the actual news of it starts coming. What we need to be mindful of while all of this is great is that in the season, the ego can get inflated. There's a purpose to it, because we are being asked to do things which are bold in fashion, but there's a energy of my way or highway which gets exaggerated in this season, because we are fixated about how we want things to be done and who we want to do it with. So we want to put things in stone which should be done in the fixed season, but we are reminded that we are modifying our approach, because the Saturn Pluto South Node aspect that I've been hammering about, talking about, will continue till September. So we are still a student in some ways. We are still learning a few things. We don't know it all at this stage. So there are certain dates on which I want you to be specifically careful of this kind of a thing, which can become a mini crisis if we are not careful on these dates. The ego issue from a very small topic can become a little bit big if we are not careful on these dates. So the first date is 4th of August, which I want to be careful about. And then the second is 14th of August. And the third is 24th of August. So let me summarize the dates for you. Surprise dates: 29th of July, 2nd of August, and 16th of August. Positive dates: positive news, positive communication, days to convince people: 7th of August, 8th of August, and then around 21st of August. Even 14th of August is good, but 14th of August, you have a possibility of things getting into ego struggle if you're not careful of. 14th of August is also a very, very positive day. But you want to be a little bit careful that we are not getting my way or highway kind of an energy. And those are the dates which I want you to be careful of, which is 4th of August, 14th of August to some extent, and 24th of August. Those are the days where ego play can come into our bold expression that we want to be careful about. So that's what is happening if we want to look at history. Because why do we look at history of this new moon? Because where this new moon is happening and where the full moon is happening on 15th or 16th of August is the area where we had eclipses in 2017 and 18. What does that mean? Because we have had eclipses for 2 years in the area where we're having a new start. We've had a huge amount of karmic clearing there. A huge amount of karmic shifts have happened in 2017, 2018 there. So there's huge amount of information and learning that has come through in these years in the area of our life where Leo and Aquarius is, where Leo and Aquarius are in our chart. Specifically, these are the dates where you can look at just to see what happened on these dates to gain perspective. It doesn't mean that those events will repeat itself. In fact, these are the dates when something was possibly lost, given away, or put to closure, where we might experience a fresh energy, a fresh start. So the dates are 10th of February 2017, 11th of October 2017, 31st of January 2018, and 18th of April 2018. I will, of course, display them on the screen so you can take a look at it as well. But these are the dates when we had a closure in the area of our life where we're having a new start now. So there might have been some karmic ending which might have happened, and this is specifically true between January to April 2018. The specific dates that I gave you, those are trigger dates. The themes of that would have played out throughout early part of 2018 as well as the later half of 2017. But these are the trigger dates a day or two before or after 10th of February 2017, 11th of October 2017, 31st of January 2018, 18th of April 2018. There would have been an event which is karmic in nature. If that happened, that means that there are planets in your chart which get triggered by Leo and Aquarius. And you might see that trigger in a positive fashion now, like a new start after a karmic clearing, which is happening. You might see some delayed rewards of the karmic release of 2017 and 18. All the things that we gave up, that we had to give up to some extent, or they were taken away in some ways. There might have been losses on these dates, which might have happened. I had a personal loss in April of 2018. I mean, if you have any of those things that have happened in that period, Feb to October 2017, January to April 2018, you might see a new start there. And it's good to look at the photos, it's good to look at the emails of these specific dates, or messages of these specific dates. I don't want to go into history beyond. The thing to look out from a political events perspective is that these eclipses in Leo and Aquarius, as we experienced in 2017 and 18, have a lot to do with the leadership in the countries, because Leo represents leadership. So we would see revolution against the leadership, against certain qualities of a leader, certain qualities or individuality of a leader. We will see those happening in United States. We'll see that in more in Russia. We'll see that in Hong Kong, because these are the countries where the nodal axis or the karmic points are getting activated. So this is a very karmic new moon for United States of America in some ways, related to debt, related to national debt. This new start in national debt in some ways will be a karmic debt for the country, in my view, and that could play out in different ways. Sorry to say that, but these are the things which we need to see how they pan out in longer period of time for the country. They may not play out in an immediate sense, but the events that are happening right now, they have longer term impact on these countries beyond this month. So United States, Russia, Hong Kong, they have their karmic points activated right now, and not in an easy fashion at this stage, which can pan out in a longer period of time. For example, for United States, this is like a solar eclipse. So a new start, but a new start in a debt, in a transformation, in, I'm sorry to say, but in some cases it can happen as a loss of something. So that's something to be taken care of. But on a personal level, you might see something come to light which was lost from you, and you get an opportunity to start something new there, and that is something to look forward to. So that's the overview um, of the new moon and of the first half of the month. I'll now go very briefly over each of the signs. I'll do a more detailed overview, a more detailed analysis of the first half of the month in your individual videos. But let's look at briefly for each of the sign where a new start could be expected, where you can see some surprises and blessings coming through during the course of first half of the month. Let's dig into individual sign now. Hi Pisces, the new moon that is happening on the midnight of 31st of July or the morning of 1st of August, which will color the first 2 weeks of the months for you, is happening in your house of work, environment, career, as well as your health routines. So we are sort of in a very positive time to shift things when it comes to the way we do things at work. We can initiate something new at work and it will be received very well. It could be a new project, it could be a new job, it could be you initiating a new way of dealing with your coworkers, new way of dealing with your clients, new way of engaging people at work as well. And this is a very innovative start because Uranus is making an aspect to this new start, and Uranus is making a positive aspect with you. So a lot of unique ideas will be coming to your mind, which you will be sort of perked up, very interested, very excited to make it all happen at this point in time. You'll be urged to implement your ideas and not hold them back anymore when it comes to your work environment, and it's the right time to do it. There might be a shift in your approach of communication or approach in marketing or approach in packaging the goods that might be required, or maybe you need a different skill set because you are going next level when it comes to your career, or in order to get to the next level in your career, maybe you need to change your skill set, and that kind of adjustments will be required when it comes to your communication skills, when it comes to ideation, when it comes to the way we communicate our commercial ideas at work. A shift in approach might be required to communicate our commercial ideas in a more effective manner so they're not held back anymore. And you will be able to break through that glass ceiling with this new moon. What will happen over and above this, which is very, very positive for you, is that Jupiter is going direct in your house of career. So the blessings that were held back, the opportunities that were held back, the appreciation that was held back when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, when it comes to authority figures, when it comes to clients, all of that will start happening now. Jupiter in 2019 is in your house of career after almost a decade. It comes here once in 12 years to show you an expansive view of your career, to give you opportunities, to offer you the area of growth which is in your career. So all of those blessings which were held back for the last 4 months, because Jupiter went retrograde around 14th of April, if there were opportunities of growth that were held back, if there were job opportunities held back, if there were authority approvals that were held back, if there was a client contract that was held back, you'll start seeing forward movement in that starting from around 11th of August. 11th of August is also when Uranus is going retrograde. So before it goes retrograde, it will generate some new innovative ideas for you. So in the first 10 or 11 days of the month, be on lookout for what's coming to you. What are the new innovative ideas coming to you, which are commercial in nature, which could have marketing element to it, that you need to imbibe when it comes to your day-to-day work, that can improve your work environment, that can help you with your coworkers, that can help you engage better with your neighbors, that can help you engage better and make more impact on your immediate environment. When speaking up in a certain way could help you get your point across in a more effective manner when it comes to communication skills, because that will come helpful to you in the course of next couple of months. This is a beautiful new bold start, because career and job is something, Pisces, that you like to be proud of, that you want to be a leader in. You want to be somebody who's self-initiated, who does things on their own, who's self-driven, who's self-employed even, who works best when they're working for themselves, when they are in the leadership position, when they are at the in the lead when it comes to work, when it comes to a group of people who are working together. You work the best when you are the leader, you are the boss, when you are driving things. So if you're not in that situation, or if you're finding that the current work is not giving you the kind of respect you deserve, or it's not inspiring you anymore, this can prompt you to shift jobs as well. This can prompt you to shift work environment, shift the way you respond to your coworkers, shift the way you connect with people around you, which is more impactful. Because how you are at work has an impact on your health as well. There is a strong connection between your well being, you feeling proud of what you do, and the work environment being conducive to what you do, as well as your health. And that is also highlighted with this new moon. We will be prompted to take care of our health over here, because if you're bottling up things and not speaking up, you will see that your health shows that, your health reflects that. So if certain new health routines need to be done, something needs to be adjusted when it comes to our health, especially when it comes to our spine, when it comes to our heart health, when it comes to the health of our veins, when it comes to the health of our back, essentially backbone of our body. If you feel that you are not well supported at work, well respected at work, you'll see these areas act up. And this new moon will prompt you to get your rightful share, to break through a glass ceiling, if there is one, and ask for what you truly deserve at work. And this is an area of your life where you have worked for the last couple of years, where you have worked over the course of 2017 and 2018 to clear up the karma, to establish what you want to do, to figure out karmically through various trials and errors on what you want to focus on. So now becomes the time for definitive action. Now becomes the definitive step, which is long term in nature, of deciding to do things in a particular direction with full conviction. And you'll feel that the conviction and the blessings are all coming together with this new moon over the course of next couple of days. Over the course of next couple of days, you will also find that there is a lot of support that comes through from the authority figures. When you decide to be bold, you will find a lot of public recognition of your work coming through as well. And you'll see that increase over the course of next couple of days. The positive days to get a project through in terms of approval, in terms of presenting it, or even initiating it, is around 7th or 8th of August. These are one of the best days to put the first step, to meet the people, to sort of initiate a new project, to put the project down in paper or fix a contract formally. The best day to do that is 21st of August. You'll be very well placed to sign off something around 7th, 8th, or 21st of August, specifically around 21st of August. And this is especially true if you have planets around 21 degree of Pisces, which is around 5th of March born. This month, from a career perspective, from a public recognition perspective, from an authority perspective, from a career progression perspective, is very, very positive for two specific points in your zodiac. One is around, I would say, 8 degree of Pisces, which is around 1st of March born, 27th of Feb born, 2 or 3 days before and after 27th of Feb born, can find this opportunity to initiate a new job, initiate a new project, initiate a new way of dealing with the co-workers. Then the second point which is activated this month is around 14 or 15 degree of Pisces, which is around 5th of March born. 5th of March born, 2 or 3 days before or after, or 14 or 15 degree of Pisces, will find these dates very beneficial. 7th of August, 8th of August, 16th of August. This is something that you've been waiting to do. This is something that was held up. Maybe a project was held up at work. Maybe you wanted to hire somebody and it was held up for a long time. A project was not giving fruits, was not getting off the ground, and those things start moving. And this positive career energy extends all the way specifically for degrees from 14 degree to 24 degree in the coming months, because Jupiter will be traveling these degrees in the next couple of months. So in the month of August, 5th or 6th of March born, which is around 14 or 15 degree of Pisces, is benefited the most in their career expansion. Then in the month of September, around 15 to 18 degree of Pisces are benefited the most, which is around 5th or 6th of March born, all the way to 8th or 9th of March born. Then in October, people who have planets between 18 degree to 24 degree are benefited the most, which is around 8th or 9th of March all the way till 14th of March born. Which means that these are the degrees or the date born Pisces who will experience a massive shift in their career, a massive expansion, once in a decade expansion on in these months, because Jupiter is activating their career points in these months. So now is the time when we put our first foot forward, when we start a new project that yields results, when we start a new way of dealing with the co-workers, when we start a new health routine, when we do something inspirational at work and it shows up in the way our health lights up as well. When we take a conscious step to launch our ideas and not bottle them up in our mind, when we speak our mind, which I think you will, specifically on dates around 2nd of August, you'll find yourself speaking when it comes to your when it comes to certain creative projects. You'll have epiphany moments when it comes to your creative projects. Things that you were waiting for to get answers on, and you'll just suddenly get epiphany about it, just get a brilliant idea around it on 2nd of August. Then specifically on 16th of August, be on lookout for a brain wave sort of coming through. This is especially true if you have planets around 6 degree of Pisces, which is around 25th of Feb, 26th, 27th of Feb. Feb born will be like you'll be receiving guidance from way beyond. And I think you should be open, you should remain open to it, you should tap into it, you should use these dates, 2nd of August, 16th of August, to tap into your intuition. Because certain very innovative ideas which can be used in the service industry, which can be used to service other people, which can be used with you being a leader in the service industry, could serve others for a long period of time in a very innovative fashion, could come to you. You'll have a vision beyond the current moment. You'll have vision which is very futuristic in nature, ideas which are very futuristic in nature. And Leo season is all about thinking boldly, thinking about something that has not been done before, one of a kind. And those one of a kind ideas will come to you. And you should stay open to it. You should not block it with any kind of old mindset. You should not doubt your intuition. Don't doubt when you get a hunch about something that you should do when it comes to work. Don't doubt when it comes to you that you need to shift things in the way you interact or connect with your immediate environment, in the way you communicate with them. Things to be careful about, because we have Pluto making a hard aspect with this new beginning, couple of times in the month. So you want to be a little bit mindful of that if there is a ego play which might block the positivity. The dates to look out for when you could have a my way or highway kind of energy with somebody, where somebody doesn't like either your network partner or an influential person in your business, or maybe it is just too much for somebody. That can happen on 4th of August. That can happen around 14th of August, although 14th of August is overall a very positive energy because Sun and Venus are meeting together. So nothing that cannot be smoothed over if there's a conflict of sorts on 14th of August. More concerned about 4th of August, more concerned about 24th of August. These are two dates which can feel like a mini crisis with somebody. So you want to be careful with your client interactions. You want to be careful when it comes to certain influential person in business. If there are certain actions which are too bold and not acceptable by them, there might be a compromise that is needed to get the two people on the same page. On 4th of August, on 24th of August. This is especially true if you have planets around 21 or 22 degree of Pisces. 21 or 22 degree of Pisces will be around 12th or 13th of March born. You have a lot of blessings coming your way. Just try to manage the ego portion of it, because in the season of Leo, we are given a lot of confidence. But Leo season also makes us unidirectional because we are required to choose. We are required to take a fixed path which we can stay on for a long period of time. So people can get a little bit fixated about their opinions, and that can create ego struggles. So you want to be careful on these dates. 2nd of August and 16th of August, as I mentioned, are very good dates for brilliant ideas coming through. But it's a very impulsive energy. And impulsive energy is in your communication sector. So be careful if you're signing anything financial, commercial in nature at work on 2nd and 16th of August. You want to be a little bit careful, especially if you have planets around 6 to 8 degree of Pisces, which is around Feb born, 26, 27, 28th of Feb born. You want to be a little bit mindful of what you are committing to, because it might be a little bit out too futuristic for now, might need more consideration. It's great for idea generations, but not yet for commitments. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Good luck, and I'll see you later. We would have the second half of the month maybe more behind the scene for you, because the energy will become more about spirituality, giving yourself time to work behind the scene, giving yourself time to get ready for your full moon, which we'll have in the next month. So I'll see you in the next video now. Thanks, Pisces.